she knows of at least 20 cases of assisted suicide offers by Veterans Affairs Canada. Now, Sean Casey, who's a Liberal MP on committee, says that he was trying to gaslight these veterans at committee, saying, we only know of one case, that person was transferred out. Then why do we have veterans from different parts of the country with different case managers? This seems to be like it's a systemic wink, wink, nudge, nudge, get these guys off our desk kind of thing. Let's show that clip from Kelsey Sheeran, who is in our documentary on medical assistance in dying. She just lit these guys up and down. Her 7-minute statement, we won't have time to show the whole thing. Maybe we'll show a bit of it after this, but it's continues to go viral on social media. But let's show where she points out 20 have come to her alone. And I know other veterans like Mark Meinke who have know the veterans that have come to Kelsey, plus others. And they're scared to come forward because they're worried about being punished like Christine was.
So thank you to all three of you. I think it's fair to say that all three of you told us some things today that probably make everyone here feel uncomfortable. You know, and I don't have to go back over them, but it's for that very reason that we have to pay more attention than ever. You know, this kinds of things we're hearing here today are completely unacceptable, and we have to do something about it. So there's a lot to cover in a short period of time, and I don't even know where to start. But I think what I would like to do is maybe I'll start with you, if I can call you Kelsey. Kelsey, you made some allegations that would be pretty shocking, I think, to most people in this room. They weren't so much to me because I have heard from and of veterans who have been offered MAID in the last couple of years as well. Not to the extent that you have, clearly. You mentioned, I think you said that you've heard from 20, personally you've spoken to or know of 20 veterans who have been offered medical assistance in dying by Veterans Affairs. Did I hear that right?
We have 20 with written proof. We have more who have come forward with audio recordings. We have case managers from Veterans Affairs admitting it to me. We also have other individuals who are too afraid to come forward because Veterans Affairs has threatened their benefits. I know this because they've done it to me, so I believe them. And then we also have other individuals who have been offered NDAs and payouts if they were to take it. Okay.
These are, I mean, I've heard some of these same things. And I mean, that's often the case that people are afraid to speak out because they rely on Veterans Affairs. Even when they can't get all the help they need, there may be something they're receiving and they're afraid for the loss of that. And I understand that, and that's a problem as well, obviously. Is there anything that you can provide this committee with in terms of something to substantiate some of these things? Obviously, I believe you. But is there something we can do to substantiate those that you could provide this committee that would be helpful for us to be able to take action? Or is it, again, something where people are afraid to be able to have it be public?
People are not just afraid for it to be public. They're afraid for their families, for their careers, and for those that are in the pro-death cult where they come out and speak that they don't want to be killed by MAID. They believe they should have access to proper health care, which every Canadian deserves the right to. So they said that they would speak out only if they went to America, and then they would speak with me if I went to America and interviewed them privately.
Understood.
So you have to go down to our southern neighbor to be able to speak freely.
Yeah. And, you know, if you want to see, I don't think we'll have time, but Kelsey's 7-minute opening statement where she just went up one side of the Liberals and down the other, calling out the minister by name for her failure to even know what's going on in her own department. I did a video of it last week. She doesn't know if her program to hire veterans has ever even hired a single veteran. She doesn't know if her program to help homeless veterans has helped a single veteran. And these programs have been in place for years. And basically she says, well, what do you want me to do? I just got here. Well, I don't know. I don't care, but it's your job. Figure it out. Veterans are homeless, they're unemployed, and they're being offered MAID. And to Kelsey's point, where it's 3 minutes, so we don't need to show it all, but I'm just going to put it in the chat because she says veterans are being intimidated, or maybe not intimidated, but once they speak out, you sort of get shuffled to the bottom of the pile. And that happened to Christine Gauthier, because not only has she still not received compensation for her chairlift, because she had to have it put in privately because she couldn't get the Veterans Affairs to do it. Now she's fighting them for compensation, but the wheelchair she needed, she still hasn't gotten, and it's been years. And it's because she went public. She was on Fox News. She testified at committee. She's in our documentary. She spoke to us. And now because of that, she's not getting the help that she needs. So the veterans that Kelsey is speaking to see what's happening to Christine, and they know what happened to Kelsey because Kelsey was threatened too. So they just come forward, they share their stories, but they can't be public. And who could really blame them? Maybe we want to just show a little bit of Christine Gauthier's testimony. You could tell this poor woman is so frustrated with her treatment at the hands of the country that she was willing to fight and die for.
Obviously, with yourself having come out and had the courage to share your experience that you had with having been offered by a couple of different individuals at Veterans Affairs medical assistance in dying when you were actually seeking help in living. I'm sure that because you're publicly known because of that by other veterans. Have you heard from other veterans about them being offered MAID, and would you agree with what Kelsey is telling us, that there are many more that are out there?
Unfortunately, my condition, I haven't been out of my house in 5 years.
Understood.
To be frank.
Understood.
Wow.
And I'm not a person that likes computers, and so I'm not on social. It takes me 4 hours to get out of bed. By the time I've done that, trying to go and just wash myself and get to the food and prepare.
Understood. And I would encourage anyone who hasn't heard your story to go back and review your testimony previously about what you went through and what you're continuing to go through with Veterans Affairs. And that's what I wanted to touch on.
I'm just going to cut you for a second, but I can be live proof in front of you that because I have spoken up. Yes. Don't tell me that I'm not targeted.
Yeah.
How can you explain that it's been 5 years that I asked for a wheelchair, and I might be getting it in the next week? Yeah. My spouse, it's sad that I'm going to say this here today, and hopefully, or maybe we'll have proof of it again. He has the chair I was supposed to get 5 years ago. He got it in 3 months. How would can you just even explain that?
That's
how is a person that is he doesn't have he's not full-time in the chair, he needs it for long distances, but he got it in 3 months. How is it possible? So do not claim that we're not targeted and we're not pushed to silence, because I have all the paperwork if you want to take the time to go through.
Understood.
That's probably good. That's probably good. So that's exactly why the veterans won't come forward, because she did, and she's been waiting 5 years for a wheelchair. Her spouse got in 3 months, and he doesn't need it as drastically as she does. This is Canada's spiteful government.
Not specific to Veterans Affairs, but I did a report, and I was just trying to dig up the link here. Similar situation happens with medical assistance in dying and the vaccine injury support program in Canada, where if you're not being offered that healthcare and that support that you were promised when you were coerced into taking that injection, the case managers are funneling people into the MAID program, medical assistance in dying. And one person who has been caught in limbo for years, being juggled and passed back and forth from case manager to case manager, trying to get either health assistance or financial assistance for the injury and the debilitation that they've suffered as a result of this injection. They were told by their local MP, don't bring this forward, don't go to media, because that could hinder your ability to get your claim moving forward and cause even more delay than what you've already experienced. So the Liberals are well aware that these sorts of things happen. I have that direct email communication. I did a report on it about a year ago, I believe, featuring that email communication specifically and directly, that MPs are advising their constituents not to sound the alarm on any of this, not to come forward, because then that will hinder their ability and access to get care and compensation. It is so disturbing at this point, and it's blatant. It's in your face. The information's out there.
Yeah. I mean, there should be some sort of whistleblower protection for people to come forward, because they do come forward, they blow the whistle, and then they are punished for it. If they were government bureaucrats, they would have whistleblower protection. But because they're members of the public trying to blow the whistle on government bureaucrats, they are punished for it. It's just a mess.